Hi, my name is Ken Schwartz of Precise Sharpening. In this series of videos, I'm going to be demonstrating use of natural stones in a sequence of stones and showing a few different types of stones in the process. At this point, I have a Moritaka Gyuto, and the last stone that was used was a Yaginoshima Asagi. This next stone is a Shinden stone, specifically a Shinden Suita stone, and you can see the layering in the stone, which is typical of Suita type stones. This is a this is a pretty hard stone, pretty fine polish, and we're going to go ahead, even though the knife is quite sharp to begin with, and let's start in with this, and you can see if we just put a few drops of water on there, that the water will just sit and bead up and stay that way actually for some time. So since the most exciting thing in the world is going to be to watch 5 minutes of looking at a water drop evaporate, let's continue, and we'll put a little water on the stone itself. Not much, just a little bit. And we'll go from there. Very pretty stone. Shinden is fairly rare stone. And let's go at it. So it's immediately apparent that you can see some metal coming off. So it's a fairly quick cutting, but extremely fine. You can see the mud itself is quite fine. Again, I periodically move the particles down back into the mainstream, pardoning the pun. Of course, one advantage of a lighter color stone is that it's easier to see the swarf. That is an advantage to some degree. However, on a personal note, I tend to be more concerned with the finish the stone leaves than my ability to see swarf on the stone. It is even sharper. One of the first stones that I got when I initially started working with Tanaka-san. And it's long been a favorite. And I should have had a video of this quite some time ago. And when you're wiping off that slurry, it does pay to be careful. Look at the finish wet. And then we'll give it a quick dry. Let's take another look at the finish. And again, in an earlier video, I demonstrated using a paper towel to get a sense of how well something cuts in terms of its sort of toothiness. I find the paper towel is a pretty good index of that. Let me move the stone aside for a second. And we'll see that pretty much on its own weight. And again, I'm cutting like this, not putting any weight on other than the knife itself. It goes right through. As far as paper cuts, quite nice. Pretty much of an effortless cut. I think that's a pretty good indication how that stone works. It's a very nice stone. If you have an interest in purchasing, I have a couple of these left. Please contact me at my email, ksskss@earthlink.net. Thank you very much.